Wednesday, July 1st. The big one today, Claude Fable 5 is back. 19 days ago, the US government switched off Anthropic's most powerful public model worldwide, and today it returns for everyone. Fable 5 up top, then the board. Mythos still gated to 100 orgs, GPT 5.6 still locked down, Gemini the one frontier never caged, Europe pouring concrete, and the IPO clock. Let's go. Headline today is a resurrection. Claude Fable 5, Anthropic's most powerful public model, the first capability class above Opus 4.8, is back. And not the way Mythos came back last week, to 100 vetted organizations. Fable 5 is back for everyone worldwide as of today, on Claude.ai, the Claude platform, Claude Code, and Cowork. The cloud versions on AWS, Google, and Microsoft follow as fast as Anthropic can bring them up. Rewind 19 days because that's the whole story. On June 12th, the US government issued an export control order, and Anthropic had to switch Fable 5 off for every user on the planet, not throttled, switched off, after Amazon researchers showed officials a jailbreak. It was the first commercially deployed frontier model ever pulled by a government. On June 30th, the order was lifted, and today it ships again. 19 days start to finish. So what changed? Anthropic built a new safety classifier aimed squarely at the technique Amazon demonstrated. It says the classifier now blocks that bypass in over 99% of cases, and anything it does block gets rerouted to Opus 4.8. The trade-off, in Anthropic's own words, expect a few more false positives on ordinary coding work. That's the cost of shipping the powerful model back into the open. And there's a second thing back with it. A government cooperation pact no frontier lab has signed before. 4 commitments: pre-release access for government evaluators, rapid reporting of jailbreaks with safeguards shared, dedicated joint research teams with compute behind them, and a push toward a shared, voluntary security standard for the whole frontier. Anthropic's line on the model itself. Fable 5 provides no unique offensive capability that Mythos 5 doesn't already have with fewer guardrails. Powerful, back. And this time it comes with a paper trail to Washington. Here's the part that matters: there are 2 models, and they came back through 2 different doors. Fable 5, the guardrailed one, is back for the entire world. Mythos 5, its ungated sibling, stronger on cyber, fewer safeguards, came back on June 27th, but only to about 100 US organizations, federal agencies and critical infrastructure firms that defend the systems that matter. 1 model open to the planet. 1 to 100 vetted defenders. That's the whole arc closing, pulled on June 12th, the trigger reported as Amazon, still dark at the G7, Mythos partway back, and now Fable all the way. 19 days from blackout to back. The reporting on why never softened. Amazon's jailbreak-dressed cyber attack requests up as defensive code review, and the NSA reportedly told a senator Mythos walked through nearly all its classified systems in hours. Now put it next to OpenAI because the contrast is the story. OpenAI's frontier is still in its cage. GPT 5.6, Sol the flagship, Terra the cheaper workhorse, Luna the budget one has been out since June 26th, but only to about 20 pre-approved organizations, developer API and codex only, at the government's request. Sol is OpenAI's most capable cyber model yet. It scored 96.7% on their internal capture the flag test, and general availability is still coming weeks. So this week, the 2 biggest labs went opposite directions. Anthropic's top public model walked out the gate, and OpenAI's flagship is still behind it. And then there's Google, the odd one out. Gemini 3.5 Pro, 2 million token context, DeepThink is on track for July, no firm date yet, and it's the only major frontier model that never touched a government gate. No export order, no preview list, no 100 org allow list. Google's also been pushing Gemini down into Android itself. So line the 3 up. Anthropic's Fable 5 back from a blackout. OpenAI's flagship still on a list of 20. And Google quietly about to ship the one anybody can log in and use. 3 labs, 3 completely different relationships with Washington. One more piece. Because the fight isn't only about who's allowed to run the models, it's about who can. This week Mistral's first big sovereign compute cluster comes online outside Paris. 13,800 NVIDIA chips, paid for with an $830 million debt raise, the largest ever by a European tech company. Mistral is now the most capitalized AI company in European history, about 11.7 billion euros in value, and a 1.4 gigawatt campus is next. While Washington debates which models are allowed out the door, Europe's answer is simpler. Pour the concrete and build the capacity. Close the backdrop under all of it. Anthropic filed confidentially for an IPO on June 1st, a $965 billion valuation, $47 billion in run rate, roadshow in September, listing targeted for October. Think about what the scariest line in that prospectus was 3 weeks ago. The government can switch off our best model. As of today, that risk is gone. And it caps a 2-day stretch, Sonnet 5 to everyone on Monday. Fable 5 back for everyone today. The cheap end and the powerful end both opened up right before Wall Street opens the books. That's your July 1st. That's July 1st. For 19 days, the most powerful public model on the planet was switched off by government order. Today it's back everywhere for everyone with a new safeguard and a pact with Washington. That's Claude Fable 5. See you tomorrow.